Hi guys, I'm going to make this quick because I work in 15 minutes, but I want to address my shop cider video. I have learned a lot more about the brand, and if you don't want to watch this whole video, let me just say they are frauds, they are unethical, they're unsustainable, and they're lying to you, and you shouldn't buy from them. Now let me tell you why. In addition to everything I said about in the video of Shop Cider, I said I was going to return the cow pants and exchange the green pants. So I emailed them about the return because it wasn't easy. And they said, okay, we'll review it, etc. And they gave me two options in addition to just returning and getting a full refund. And to return it and get a full refund, I would have to ship those items back to China. And international shipping has a huge carbon footprint. You really shouldn't, especially all the way from China, which is the other side of the world from the US. It's really unsustainable to ship all the way from China, or from the US to China. So they gave me two other options as well. One is a 100% refund in store credit, and I get to keep the clothing. The other was a 30% cash refund, and I keep the clothing. When I saw this, that's when I decided that I was going to make this video, because it showed me that they don't value their clothing at all. They're just like, oh, you didn't like it? You know what? Keep it. We'll give you store credit. You know what? Keep it. We'll just give you 30% cash back. Like, that's how little they think of their clothing. That's how cheap and shitty they know their clothing is. And that was a huge tip off. So when I read that, I was like, F you guys, I'm going to return all my clothing and get my cash back because I don't want to give you guys any money. I don't want to support you at all financially. You guys are liars. You're frauds. You're not sustainable. You're not ethical. You're greenwashing. But then I thought, why are you angry? You're angry because they lied about being ethical and sustainable. That is why you want to take away money from them. But to return those clothes all the way back to China, I am having a huge carbon footprint and a huge detrimental impact on the environment. So to be spiteful and get my money back and not support them financially, I'm making a huge environmental impact. And to keep them and get my money back, or at least 30% of it, I save that carbon footprint. My friend Maria wants the cow pants, and we trade clothing all the time. And, I'll sell the green pants maybe locally in the US. So I don't want to support them financially, but I don't want to have a huge environmental impact. But I want my money back. But I want to do it in the most sustainable way possible. And so it's kind of like, what hill do I want to die on? Do I want to die on, I want to take all my money away from you guys? Or do I want to die on, I want to be the most ethical and sustainable I can? And at the end of the day, ethical and sustainability is going to be the priority. So instead of shipping my clothes all the way back, I'm going to take the 30% refund. I'm going to rehome the cow pants, and I'm going to I might try to alter the green pants to see if I can make them work, or just sell them. So that was the decision I was going to make. So I was looking, because I still want cow pants and I still want bright green pants. So I was looking on Poshmark and Depop, and I saw so many Shop Cider pants on there, meaning they've done this to so many other people. New with tags. Not only that, but I saw pants, the exact same pants with a different label on it. They're the exact same pants. So I was looking more into research on Shop Cider, and I was on Reddit, and I saw this post that you can find cider clothing on AliExpress, which is, the least sustainable thing on the planet. AliExpress is awful. So clearly they're just taking these fast fashion, horrible, unethical, unsustainable clothing slapping the cider label on it and marketing it as ethical and sustainable. For who? For the 5 people that are on your TikTok, the 5 like skinny young folks. You're paying them well, but the factory workers that are actually making your clothing in China, not. And that's the problem, is that there's no definition, there's no standard for ethical and sustainable. So people can use those words and be literally slapping a cider label on AliExpress clothing and selling it to you for double the price and claiming to be ethical and sustainable. If they were to say, we are B Corp certified, and they're not, they could be sued for false advertising. But because they're just saying ethical and sustainable, that is so subjective and there's no standard. So they can say it all they want without backing it up at all. And I'm just so angry about it, because I looked up after I saw the exact same pants, the cider pants that people were selling them. I just looked up cider on Poshmark and Depop, and there's a ton of cider clothing brand new at tags. So clearly other people realized this was shitty, but they didn't want to send it all the way back to returns. So they're just doing what I'm going to do, which is sell it on Depop, which is so awful. And just the fact that they do, like, any other brand, unless it's like a consignment shop, they'll be like, we'll give you store credit. I get that. But any other actual clothing brand that's selling you brand new clothing, they will take the clothing back. Like, that, to be like, keep the clothing, we'll give you 30% back, or keep all the clothing, we'll give you 100% back in store credit. That's insane to me, that they don't even want their clothing back. I'm so upset, because I was skeptical about them at first. And I commented on their TikToks and said, how can you be ethical and sustainable while still being so affordable? And they were like, cider does it well, or like some bullshit answer. I could literally insert it there. I asked them about, why are your factories in China? And they're like, don't worry, they meet our ethical standards. But there's nothing on their website that says that. For example, there's another brand, I think it's like Elise and Frank or something. I can show you, I'll put it here. But they have factories in China, and they have a whole page about how they visit it, pictures and all of that. I am not saying that every single factory in China is like, 3-year-olds sewing. I'm not saying that at all. But if like nothing on the Shop Cider website said it was going to be shipped from China. And then once I pressed order, I realized it was shipping from China, and that made my stomach drop. And then when I got the clothing and felt how shitty of quality it is and how it ran really small, which is typical of clothing made in China, I was like, oh, they're really, really awful. And then realizing they don't even want their clothing back. That's how shitty they know it is. It's just so upsetting. I do have to go soon, but in conclusion, cider is a complete fraud. Don't just go for ethical and sustainable. Look at their website. Make sure they talk about their factories. They talk about things being made in the US, made in the UK, made in Portugal, made in Australia, that type of stuff. If it says it's made in China, make sure that it has details about their factories, because if they're actually sustainable, they will boast about that. Don't, if your gut says that it's bad, like mine did, listen to it. I just wanted so badly for there to be an ethical and sustainable company that is affordable to you and I really wanted to show you guys something like that. And my teeth look so yellow right now because of the golden hour lighting. But I wanted so badly to believe there's an ethical and sustainable, affordable company out there. And unfortunately, the cost of ethical and sustainable clothing is going to be high, and it's not going to be trendy. Trendy means it comes and goes. Sustainable means you're going to have it for the rest of your life. So there's not going to be really trendy ethical and sustainable clothing, because that goes against sustainability. The whole point of sustainability is that you buy something once and you keep it and you repair it forever. Not that you get things every, season. So we need to keep in mind what the cost of clothing is and what sustainable clothing really is, which is you buy it once and you keep it and you repair it. Not you keep, buying it for the latest trends. So I apologize if I was misleading. I take back all the apologies that I said towards Shop Cider. All tea, all shade, I am trying to drag you. You are greenwashing, you are lying to your customers, you're acting sustainable and ethical when you're really, really not. Your clothing is shitty quality, they're not size inclusive, they run way too small, they're not as advertised, and you don't even care about your clothing enough to have it sent back to you. You rather just keep it and not deal with it. So if you think that little of your clothing, I'm allowed to drag you to hell. So I am sorry. For the future of $100 hauls, let me know what you want me to do, because it's really hard to find sustainable clothing that I can get for $100 more than just like one item. So I was thinking maybe shopping like from like 5 different brands, spending $500, $100 at each brand, and doing a collective $100 haul showing you what you can get for $100 at each brand. Or a $100 Depop haul, Etsy haul, eBay, Poshmark haul, or doing like indie makeup brands. So let me know down below what your preferred option is for the $100 haul. I don't want to stop doing it, but it might be like a Depop type of vibe, which means that you might not be able to get the clothing, but I can review the seller, how fast it came, etc. So you know where to shop from Depop and Poshmark. So yeah, the $100 haul is probably going to be changing just for secondhand clothing and indie makeup brands, because that's what we can afford, unless you want to do a big collective haul. If you don't care about ethical and sustainable clothing, I would still say don't shop from Shop Cider. It took a month for it to get here. Just go to H&M or Forever 21 at your local mall. So at least you're just getting it right then and there, and you're not shipping it from China. Even though they're closest shipping from China, it's just like, you know, why waste your time? So even if you didn't care about fast fashion, I still would say just go to your local Brandy Melville, because it will save you time. And obviously, if you care about sustainable and ethical, this is the equivalent of shopping like AliExpress or Forever 21 or Shein. I hope you learn that you can't lie to consumers. And to other brands, if you don't want me to talk shitty about you, then don't do shitty things. And I will be nice. I'm only here to do honest reviews and my experience. With that, have a happy, happy day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I literally don't understand. Like, if brands don't want you to talk poorly about them, don't do poorly things. Just be honest. I don't understand. Like, none of this would have happened if Cider was just honest. But I'm just so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Yeah. Sorry if this was harsh, but they deserve harsh treatment. And I hope that you all won't shop from them. And if you have any ethical and sustainable brands you want me to shop from, please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, and I will try to be in a better mood when I do cider, or when I do $100 hauls. I just hope that brands don't lie. Bye.